Hi there, and welcome back to Spidelic's YouTube channel, or spidelic.com, wherever you may be viewing this video. Today is Sunday, and I hope that everyone has had a wonderful weekend. I certainly did. Those of you that know me, hopefully you were there. I have a beautiful daughter who is in a band, Gareth Asher and the Earthlings, and they did a show last night at Matilda's Under the Pines in Alpharetta. So it was a wonderful evening listening to music under the stars with friends and family, and of course as a proud mom watching her daughter and just being filled with happiness and a grateful heart, I guess you'd say. So that kind of leads me into today's video. We are going to try just to post something inspirational on Sunday. So it might have something to do with beauty, but not a beauty product or a beauty review. It's really designed, or my goal is to create a community where we all interact with each other. So I really appreciate those of you that responded to the post on our social media sites earlier this week, and I'm going to share some of your answers today. If you didn't respond or participate, I am encouraging you to do so. I would love to hear from you, and if you aren't comfortable making a comment on a social media site, then please email me at kelly@spidelic.com. And I'm going to put that right down at the bottom of the screen too, so you can jot that down. Then after the video, feel free to shoot me an email. And if you want to respond to the post that we had, or I'm going to tell you a little bit about an experiment that I'd like to try this week. And if you want to participate, then you can send me your feedback via email. So the question that we posted on our social media sites was, how do you define beauty? And I was so thrilled with the answers that we got. 99% of the answers that we received had to do with inner beauty, not external beauty. And that is just absolutely fantastic, especially given the way society really dictates our view of beauty, whether it's the way we see celebrities or the way women look in magazines. And as we are all becoming much more aware of, those photos have been retouched, whether they've taken away their flaws, brought in a waistline, whatever it is. Typically, the photo that you see in a magazine is not the way that photo looked without some assistance. But unfortunately, we compare ourselves to those beautiful women and handsome men in these magazines, and then we don't view ourselves as beautiful. So let me share first the definition of beauty that I found in the dictionary. And this was the first, you know how dictionaries will have several different explanations sometimes of a word. And this was the first one in all sources that I checked. Beauty, the quality or aggregate of qualities in a person or thing that gives pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. Loveliness. I love that. So even with the dictionary's definition of beauty, yes, it could be loveliness on the inside, but it can be anything. It could be someone that is compassionate, or somebody that gives you a compliment and they lift your spirit. So the way that we make others feel, and the way we view others, and the way we view ourselves, to me, that's really the true meaning of beauty. And with that being said, every single person can be beautiful. It's just the way we decide to view ourselves and the things that we choose to maximize or minimize about ourselves. So let me share a couple of the answers that we got from our social media fans. Donna says that beauty comes from within. It comes in your unique personality and your kindness towards others. It's being real and not trying to be something you are not. A unique face and person, to me, is beautiful. Love that. Thanks so much for the feedback, Donna. Then Shelly says beauty starts with a pure heart and shines through. Absolutely. Thanks, Shelly. Love that. I definitely believe that if you are somebody that lives from the heart, so to speak, or you make your decisions and you do things throughout the day based on being kind to others, you're going to exude beauty to all of those around you. You can be somebody that is stunningly beautiful on the exterior, but have quite an unhappy heart, and you will find that those people, they may be so beautiful, but they don't have friends and family and relationships like those that may not compare to the external beauty, but have a truly beautiful inside. Let me share a couple of others. Beverly says, beauty is to have confidence, to love yourself. This makes us beautiful. Absolutely love that too. And then Jeannie says, beauty is the essence of the soul. So thank you so much. And those weren't all. I don't have time to share them all, but I really thank you so much for sharing your feedback. One of the things that I do want to share with you is there is a video, a movie that was done called Selfies. It's just a short video, and it's about teams of mothers and daughters and taking selfies and really understanding how we now, I mean, everybody has a cell phone. And I know that most of us take selfies, whether it's with our friends or when we're with a group of people. It's very common to see people with their cell phone taking a selfie. And when we are putting ourselves out there and with a smile on our face and showing how happy we are, then we are really changing the view of beauty, because a smile is what makes someone beautiful. The light in their eyes is what makes someone beautiful. And if you really focus on being beautiful on the inside, I can promise you, others will find you more attractive as a result of that. I want to share something that has really affected me, and I can't give out advice that I can't follow, although that's always the hardest, isn't it? I don't know why. It's a lot easier if somebody has a problem to share all the answers and how this is what to do, but when it comes to yourself, it's a lot easier, or a lot more difficult to embrace. So I started my YouTube channel in 2009, and because of my age, I'm much older than most of the beauty bloggers out there. I am over 40. I turned 47 this year. And so when I take photos of myself and get ready to post them on my blog, the first thing I see are my imperfections. And you have to change the way you look at yourself before you can make yourself vulnerable and do what other bloggers are doing and what I finally decided to do myself. And so the thing that always has made me very self-conscious is a scar that I have on my face that I got from a car accident when I was 19. So if you can see, the scar goes from my hairline all the way around my cheek and up over my eye. I will stand in a photograph and I always say, you have to let me be with my face turning. I have to be on the inside, so this side of my face shows. So as you can imagine, these close-ups that I have been doing, it is definitely facing an insecurity right in the face, so to speak. But what I had to do was really think about, when I look at that photo, don't look at what you don't like about yourself. Look at what you do like about yourself. And that's not being conceited, it's being grateful. And if you change the way you think about yourself, you will find that that is going to trickle down into other areas of your life and the way people view you. So I would like to share a little experiment that I did, and I've done it for the last 2 years, and I can say that it's a piece of a puzzle that has totally changed my life. If you have read any of my blog posts, especially last fall, I shared that I had a very challenging childhood. I did not grow up as a privileged child. I grew up in a single parent home with a mother who was divorced, and she did the best that she could, but she ran away from home when she was young, so she never really learned how to be a parent herself. So, how can you be the kind of parent that knows exactly what to do if you don't have those role models to follow? So it was a challenging life for all of us, my sister and I. And so I have carried those insecurities from being the girl from, so to speak, the wrong side of the tracks. We lived on the other side of town, and, not having the monetary things that a lot of kids had. So what that does is it affects your self-confidence and your value and the way you see yourself, and this is the key thing, what you feel like you deserve. So I will share that I have been divorced twice. Not many people would admit to such a terrible track record, but you know what? If you don't look at your mistakes and try to figure out why you made them, then you're never going to be able to correct them. And I can tell you 100% that my inability to see myself as the beautiful person I don't know if you're spiritual or how everybody's spiritual in their own way, but I am a spiritual person, and I had to look at myself the way I thought that my creator looked at me. And if you are a spiritual person and you believe in God, he doesn't make any mistakes. So if I look at myself and I think that I'm not good enough, then I'm being disrespectful and not appreciating the life that I have been given. So as I, over the last 2 years, have really made it a point to start trying to be a more positive person, I saw that my friendships changed. The people that I spent time with changed. And quite honestly, I'm now married to the man of my dreams that I thank God for every single day. And I have told him, and I've told others, that he's the guy that I always wanted, but I wouldn't let myself date. And that is because we don't give ourselves the value sometimes that we really deserve. So one thing that somebody said to me was, be the person that the person you are looking for is looking for. And I know that sounds really confusing, so I'm going to say it again. Be the person that the person you are looking for is looking for. So think about the qualities and characteristics that would be in your ideal mate. And it doesn't even have to be necessarily about your romantic mate, but the kind of friends that you want. You know, what qualities do you want in your friends? And then look at yourself and say, do I have those qualities? Do I exhibit those qualities? You know, and then if you have some of the things that maybe you would not want to find in somebody else, then try to take it in little steps and try to change those. So I had a very negative outlook on life, and it's just the way my family loved each other, but we kind of talked to each other negatively. And so that was just the way I learned to speak. And then I recognized that, you know, nobody wants to be around a negative Nancy. So I made a conscious effort to try to be positive. You know, if I couldn't say something positive, then it wasn't worth saying. And trust me, that takes a lot of practice. And I still have to catch myself sometimes when I'm about to say something, say, is that really gonna do anything good for anyone, or could that hurt someone? And then make a conscious decision to change it. So